I was starting to establish myself as a working musician, and I started to focus on three areas of music that I have not lost sight of since: writing music, playing music, and recording music. I've played with from Miles Davis to Alice Coltrane, Marvin Gaye and James Brown, and LeAnn Rimes to Lionel Richie. I worked with Santana, and I had the opportunity of working with Frank Sinatra. So my main areas of focus now, as it was then, is playing music with great people, writing music for and with great people, and recording music with great people. My name is Ndugu Chancellor. We're here in a recording studio in Burbank, California. We're going to talk about music and math. I was inspired to play drums at age 6. I went to my band teacher and I said, I would like to play the drums. And he said, here's some sticks, here's a book, come back tomorrow. And that was the beginning. I had to learn theory, I had to learn percussion, and then I became a professional musician. Rhythm is a combination of sounds and spaces. Notes and the value of notes are important to a drum set player because these rhythms have to mesh together to become one. So we're going to start with a small unit of quarter notes. And the quarter note I'm going to play in my bass drum, which is this low drum, the big drum, so I can play it with my foot. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now that's the quarter note. So that's the basic pulse. We can divide this quarter note. It takes 2 eighth notes to be equivalent to a quarter note. And if you divide that number by 2, it would take 4 16th notes to be equivalent to a quarter note. Then we can take the 16th note and divide that by 2 and get 32nd notes. So the mathematics of rhythm are all based on multiplication, addition, and division. I'm going to play eighth notes in my hi-hat while the bass drum and snare drum remains the same. 2, 3, 4. Now we can embellish that even more and put 16 notes in the hi-hat. The advantage of knowing rhythm patterns and knowing note values gives you an idea as a drummer what the rhythmic feel is going to be. And for every style of music, there is a particular rhythmic feel. There's a particular emphasis on certain beats or a particular pulse on certain beats. For example, if you're playing rock and roll music, the emphasis is usually for the bass drum on 1 and 3. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you were playing reggae music, the emphasis would be on 2 and 4 in the bass drum. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can play bossa nova using straight eighth notes in your hi-hat. You can also play a samba using these eighth notes. That's how you divide rhythms around the drum kit. So it's important to know what the notes are when you're reading these rhythms, when you're trying to memorize these rhythms, or when you're trying to create different rhythms. This is an electronic drum kit. You can manipulate volume, sensitivity, sound, play songs, and all of this in a box. There's really not much you can't do between a machine and the computer. Here's the hip-hop beat that I just played. This is the way it looks on the computer. Each one of these lines represents a track or an instrument. This line here is the line for the bass drum. This is your snare drum track, and this is your hi-hat track. In this part of the project, you can now mix them, edit them, mute them, cut them to make them sound exactly like you would like them to sound. Technology by itself is not creative. Technology gets creative based on the creativity of the musician behind the technology. So we can take this concept of the combination of various notes and in basic mathematics of rhythm, and we can go to town. I am getting paid to do something that I love and that makes other people happy and makes other people smile and enjoy.